Happy New Year! Yeah, 2020. Pretty cool. Just happens to be that Wednesday falls on the first of the new year, so I'm doing a Second Life video on January 1st, 2020. Exciting. I hope you all had a happy New Year, New Year's Eve celebration. Me and my partner, we just split a bottle of champagne and uh, watched some television. We finished The Mandalorian. Nothing too exciting. So yeah, just kind of doing the usual thing, looking around the grid map, trying to find some interesting stuff. I'll be trying to keep my eye on the chat, but don't set your expectations too high. I can't believe it, like my last video, I thought it was kind of slightly funny, although not really funny at all, but I forgot to maximize the Second Life window. So it was like a 1920 by 1200 video stream, but with like this 720p Second Life window playing inside that video area. Amateur hour. It was kind of funny because I thought my last stream was horrible. Like that's how I felt after I finished. I was like, wow, I got so distracted because I went to this sim. For those of you who haven't seen the video already, I went to this sim and I like immediately almost ran into the creator of the sim, and they were like the only person on the sim, but it just totally threw off my whole game. This is a cool. I've never seen like purple landscaping. Yeah. Anyway, like somebody left a comment and they said that it was cool. They thought that made the video more interesting, and I'm not gonna do that sure, but okay. Wow, I found something quite different here. Yeah, that purple was a dead giveaway because you just don't see purple landscape. Hey, this reminds me very much of some of the LEA sim projects that I've seen in the past. Was this Antennaria? So like antenna, but I'm gonna paste this into the chat so anybody who's interested can also come and see this. Hey, literal pie in the sky here. Pie charts in the sky at least. But yeah, anyway, the last sim that I visited, I ran into the sim owner and like I swear to God, like as soon as that happened, I could not, for the life of me, like do my normal thing and just walk around and objectively comment on what I was seeing. I felt like really self-conscious. And of course, like I can't just stream of consciousness at when I'm like trying to engage another person in conversation. But I will say this, I thought it was really cool. The proverbial pink elephant. I thought it was really cool that I ran into the sim owner. Like that was a fairly novel, unique experience. Wow, check this elephant out. It's pretty cool. These are like photogrammy, like 3D scans maybe, as opposed to like just random models that somebody made, because they look like this is obviously like a scan and not a shader. Pretty neat though. Yeah, so interesting sim here. Let's see what's going on. Homestead estate, group owned. You don't see many privately owned full sims. Probably because tier's so high. Not many people can afford like 300 a month or USD to work on their projects. I certainly couldn't. That's like regular rent for me almost. These eyeball bushes are kind of neat. Yeah, so I've never been here before. No pre-knowledge whatsoever of the sim. I was just attracted by the purple on the thumbnail. Although it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot here. It's like a pretty grand conceptual idea, but not a lot of actual substance. This looks like an art gallery of some sort. Also discussed in the previous video was something that I hadn't really thought a lot about before, but just kind of having it come up organically made me think. I wonder if these have titles, just as object. Made me think more about how unique and weird Second Life is in a sense of like a data storage. Just give me a second here. Alright, yeah, so just one distraction after another today. It's kind of cool. I like sort of the milkiness of the models, like the shader that they used, how it's kind of like translucent. It's pretty attractive actually. I'm not a huge fan of digital art because I think this reminds me of Far Cry New Dawn. Yeah, in general I feel like 3D artwork, like if you're using some kind of like pre-existing assets and you're just posing them kind of and setting up a scene and then taking a virtual screenshot, is like not super challenging, so I tend to, it's kind of like photography really, which I mean, that isn't to say that it's not possible to be artistic as a photographer, but also you're kind of just like documenting some aspect of reality, even if you're like working in a studio and setting up scenes with props and stuff. Like that's farther along, but it's still like, it's not the same as doing the whole creative process, you know? So I feel this same way about virtual art, virtual scenes, that it doesn't always take as much effort as like drawing an illustration by hand or 3D modeling something completely from scratch. Something designed to trigger epilepsy. This is kind of cool. How high does this go? I guess that's the top right there. The top of the pyramid. So this seems like totally just a straight up, I wonder what that is. Teleporter. What's this? Look at how tiny this is. These tiny little details. Tempted to click on these buttons, but not going to. Yeah, so I wouldn't say I'm contemptuous of like semi-generated art like that. Definitely I don't feel contempt for it. I feel like it should be classified differently. And photography also, like, in terms of the effort that goes into it. This is pretty awesome, this thing right here. It's a lot of work. I like how kind of vague it is in a way, like this looks like it could be an engine of some sort, like with pistons and vents and stuff, but it's not